Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here today, and we've got one of the neatest little Bibles I've ever been acquainted with, and it's called the Transetto Bible from Cambridge University Press. It's been out, I think, 2010, 2011. They might have brought it out for the 400th anniversary of the King James Version of the Bible. I think I read that somewhere, and it's a King James. Now, it's not identical to the 1769. We'll read that in just a moment, some of the changes. But I'll tell you, the format's just fantastic. Now, let's look at how big this thing is. You can see, let's see, that is just like less than 3.5 inches tall, I think. And then we'll go, the width of it is just about 4.5 inches. So 3.5 by 4 inches. So most Bibles, and it's not very thick at all either. I'll show you, almost I can hide it in my mitts. And I don't have the biggest mitts in the world, but, and it's not very thick. Let's just see how thick it is really quick. It's just about 1 inch and less than 1.5 inches thick. So it's something that you can, I can just slide this. Now, this is a whole Bible. This isn't a New Testament. And it's much easier to put in my pocket than the Cambridge Compact Reference. Now, this does not have any references. But now, it's like it's a hard shell. It's not quite a paperback. It's like almost a lightly armored, it's almost like a lightly armored hardback, and put out by Cambridge. Guess who publishes this little guy? Is Youngblood in the Netherlands, who publishes some of the finest Bibles in all the world. So, you've got this amazing little thing. It's about the size of an index card, maybe not even quite as big as an index card. You can see it compared to my Cambridge large print text only. It's just right there. And, it's just not even anywhere a fraction of the size. Just amazing. It's very beautiful. I picked this one up on eBay. I think I paid $7.77 for it and free shipping. So they're not the most expensive Bibles in the world. Probably the least inexpensive Bible printed by Youngblood that you can get. Now, it's just set up so unique. Look at this. It's a sewn binding, but it's not hooked. So that is absolutely fascinating. When I first got it, I thought, that's the reason it was so inexpensive, is because it was messed up. But it's supposed to be like that. And so what this is a pocket go anywhere Bible. I'll show you. I think this is the page where it says it's put out by Youngblood. I remember the old Nelson Super Compact Bible, and then Nelson's was called the world's smallest Bible, and then World actually came out with one smaller, but boy, the print in both were just so devastatingly small. You really just couldn't read it. It was almost, unless you had just great eyes. But you can see that it's put out by Youngblood, printed by Cambridge. Now, here's where it tells a little bit. It's the epistle dedicatory right there, where it says, I was just reading it before we did this video. Here it is. King James and Cambridge University Press. And this is where it tells a little bit that they've done some modernization. It is definitely in a paragraph format, like the old 1873 FHA Scrivener Paragraph Bible that Hendricks is using as the basis for a lot of their Bibles now. So let's take a gander at this. Let's look at what it says here. It says though traditionally known in England as the Authorized Version, is never given formal authorization beside being appointed to be read in churches. Obviously, King James commissioned it. It nevertheless attained a unique authority and gradually eclipsed all previous versions. Most present-day editions incorporate conservative modernizations in spelling and punctuation, but the text remains essentially that produced by the translators in 1611. So, conservative modernizations of spelling and punctuation. So I was like, well, I don't really understand what that means. So I'm thinking this may be the same text that is in the Cambridge Bible that, it's got the 8.75 print, little paragraph Bible they've got out. So maybe that is it. But look at this. Look at the size. It's 7-point print, but it is extraordinarily readable. And so it's like just having one page. So it's meant to be able to carry anywhere in your pocket and open it and read it with an amazing size print. Now, most of the time, 7-point print, as you know, would not be an amazing size print. But this is done by Youngblood, so the lining is perfect. No ghosting at all, very little, if any. Also, it is 27 Gsm White Paper, which is just a fantastic, I think it's called Indolux paper, kind of like a good India paper off branch, but it's not quite India paper. And but I can just pick this thing up. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were born sons after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, Havan, Tubal, Meshach, and Tyrus. Now, ask me to read the verse numbers, not so good. So this is a whole Bible like this, and this may show it a little clearer. It's set up to be like a Bible page. Now, I think a company called Krug or something like that originally commissioned Youngblood to do this very similarly, and then Cambridge kind of caught hold of it. So this is just a fantastic Bible to take with you and read. I'd need to do some more examination to see if it's, I don't think it's PCE per se. I think it's more the Clarion was the word I was looking for, the Clarion Bible. It really doesn't have anything in the back except a Bible reading plan. But I could see show you the Bible reading plan, some nice colorization. I could see that this Bible, it doesn't have any yap to it at all. So it's not going to get beat up in your pocket or in a purse. And I almost want to say that Cambridge was just trying to come out with almost a youth market Bible. But, it's just solid, well done. Anything put out by Youngblood is going to be. Now, it's a little thick. I can't really put it in my shirt pocket. So it is not a shirt pocket Bible. But the Cambridge Transetto, great Bible, King James Version, at least some iteration of the King James Version, depending on where it's at in the scale of the King James Version. How could I say it? I think I'd recommend this Bible. Take it to work with you, scripture memory, on and so forth, for so many different uses. The Cambridge Transetto Bible, published by Youngblood. God bless you. Keep reading the Word in Jesus' name.